Hello everyone, I'm Katie Mixon. Welcome to Minimal Mindful Mama. Today, let's talk a little bit about self-care. As moms, it can be so important to take some time for ourselves because we're constantly busy taking care of everyone else. But we need to have energy and we need to be able to be fully present. And so making sure that we're also caring for ourselves is crucial. Now, oftentimes when people use the term self-care, they are imagining like a spa day or something like that, and that's just not doable oftentimes for moms, especially if you have a baby or if you don't have sitters. So it can be hard to visualize what self-care could actually look like in this season of life. So today I'd love to share with you some practical ways that you can incorporate self-care into your daily routine so that you can be at your best and able to be fully present and there for your children. So the first thing I want to talk about is just your basic needs. This can sound obvious, but a lot of times as moms, we forget to do even the most basic things like eat or drink water throughout the day. If this is something that you've been struggling with, I want to encourage you to take the time to make yourself food. Get yourself a new water bottle that you'll keep with you all the time so that you can be consistent with drinking water. Take your prenatals. You can set an alarm on your phone to remind you to do this as you're getting into the routine, but make sure that you're meeting your basic life necessities. If you're finding that you don't have the time to cook for yourself, try brainstorming some snacks that would be easy to grab and go. Costco has some protein drinks that you can just keep and bring with you if you're in a hurry. You could prep or buy pre-prepped fruit, cut up veggies. Go on Pinterest and look up quick and easy ideas that you can just keep in your fridge or cabinet and grab so that you are making sure that you're eating regularly. Secondly, find something that makes you feel like a person or a woman again. You are a mom, but you're also a woman, and so it's important that you take care of yourself and have things that make you feel like you. This doesn't have to be super complicated. So for example, when I was struggling with postpartum depression, one of the things that was really helpful to me was to get up every day and get dressed and do my makeup, even if I wasn't going anywhere. I could have stayed in my pajamas all day, but then I would have felt unproductive. And by waking up and getting dressed each day, throwing on a little bit of eyeliner or mascara, it made me feel more like myself. Of course, it didn't cure the postpartum depression, but it did help me to feel a little bit more productive, a little bit more human, and I do think it made a big difference in the long run. So find something that makes you feel good about yourself. Whether that's showering every day or maybe getting your nails done. Doesn't have to be makeup. It could be something like getting out and going for a quick run. It could be putting on a little bit of moisturizer before bed. Whatever you can find and fit into your schedule that will help you to feel like yourself and not just a mom, make it a habit and it'll make a difference for you. The third thing I did was to declutter my home. Now, this might sound so overwhelming and not at all like self-care. It might just sound like another chore. But for me, it actually really helped to have less clutter. There are so many studies that show how clutter impacts your brain and your mood, how visual clutter can add so much stress to your life. So when I decided to massively declutter my home and get rid of everything that I wasn't using and didn't love, it made such a huge difference. Of course, it was a lot of work at first, but it was almost a relief to just get some of these things out of my home that I had been staring at for so long and being stressed and overwhelmed by the idea of trying to tidy somehow or organize a different way. Decluttering also made it more manageable for me to stay on top of keeping my home cleaned and tidy, and gave me the freedom to feel like I could sit down with my kids and play with them and be present and be a better mom because I didn't feel the constant overwhelming failure of not having the tidy, cleaned up, organized home. Of course, it's not tidy all of the time. In fact, it's messy more often than not. But now that we got rid of the majority of the clutter, it's so much easier to get it to that tidy state. And I have systems in place to help me stay on top of it and manage it better. Another thing I learned about as a new mom was hygge. Now, hygge is a Danish term and it loosely translates to the art of coziness. So for me, I used to hate the winter months. Summer is my thing. I love the beach. I love the warmth. And so in winter, I was mostly just cold and miserable. But when I learned a little bit about hygge and trying to incorporate cozy moments into my life, not only did it help me enjoy winter a little bit more, but it helped me to look for those little glimmers and cozy moments that helped me to feel like I was taking some time for myself. Whether that was something as simple as taking 5 minutes to sit by the window and look out at the snow with my warm cup of coffee in my hands, or sitting on the couch with my favorite blanket in the evening, finding these little cozy moments is a great way to incorporate self-care when you only have little bits of time here and there. So think about what makes you feel cozy. Is it a warm cup of tea in your hands? Is it your favorite slippers? Is it certain music or a playlist? Add those little cozy things into your life as often as you can and lean into those cozy glimmers as much as you can in the winter months. Sometimes it can be easy to lose ourselves a little bit, especially as new moms. So think about the things that you used to enjoy. It's easy to get caught up in the newborn stage, and then sometimes this can last longer than necessary. Sometimes you have a toddler and you still feel like you don't remember who you used to be before kids. You might have more time now, your child is taking longer naps, that you could be doing something, but you kind of feel like you don't remember what you used to enjoy. If this is how you're feeling, I highly recommend trying to think about those things and maybe bring them back into your life, even if it's in small little increments. Things like doing a really quick workout. There's some on YouTube. There's even some you can do with your baby or toddler. Maybe you play an instrument. Maybe you enjoy art or crafts. Maybe you're an avid reader. Try to find little ways to bring these things back into your life and your routine. And again, it will help you feel more like yourself. It'll give you a creative outlet and you'll enjoy your motherhood so much more. Being creative doesn't have to be for the purpose of an outcome. It can just be to enjoy the process. And it may not look the same as it did before kids. You may only have a few minutes here or there, but it is still so worth taking the time to be creative and to enjoy those moments. Self-care is so important. It's not selfish. It's necessary for moms to take care of themselves and can help you to improve your sleep, improve your energy levels, and reduce stress. Self-care is not selfish, it's essential. When moms prioritize self-care, they are so much happier and better able to engage with their families and be present and be happier, better parents. It's so important to invest in yourself. It doesn't have to be expensive or time-consuming. Start small, try different things, and see what works for you, what fills your cup. And when you find something that helps, stick with it. Make it a part of your routine. Even if you have to schedule it into your planner or your calendar, you're worth it and it's so necessary. Especially in the winter months when it's cold and dreary outside, we all need something that brings us joy. So find what brings you joy, find what makes you feel cozy, and embrace it wholeheartedly. Both you and your family will be happier and less stressed as a result. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please comment down below, what do you like to do for self-care? If you don't currently have something that you're doing for self-care, then I'd love to hear which of the ideas in this video resonated the most with you and you're most excited to try. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button down below, and if you ring that little bell button, you'll get notified every time I upload new videos. You can also send this video to a friend who you think would enjoy this and who needs a little bit more self-care in their life. If you're interested in decluttering, I have a whole decluttering playlist that you can check out with lots of helpful information and tips and tricks to help you declutter and organize your life so that you can spend less time cleaning and organizing and more time enjoying your children. Thanks again so much for watching, and I'll see you very soon in the next video.